In Dar Teza, in northwestern Syria, rebels from the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham group are seizing drugs at the border crossing. The staging of this seizure is immaculate. They claim to have intercepted thousands of sacks filled with Captagon. This amphetamine is derived from a medicine used to treat narcolepsy and mood disorders. Syria produces very large quantities of this drug, with the country's civil war leading only to growth in this illicit business. Captagon has become the #1 export in Syria. With this criminal industry valued in the billions of dollars, some are now asking if we are seeing the rise of a new Middle Eastern narco-state.
It's a jungle out there. Everyone's hungry and everyone needs to be able to eat. We have good relations with the rebels here and the guys from Damascus and Homs. They receive shipments from the 4th Division. They've got an agreement with them. As we say here, if you put money in their hands, they'll shut their eyes.
The 4th Armoured Division is the elite unit of the Syrian army. Various sources claim that this division is at the heart of the Captagon smuggling in regions controlled by the Assad regime. The commander of the division is none other than Maher al-Assad, younger brother of the Syrian dictator. Many investigations have pointed towards this brigade playing an active role in the illicit drug industry, despite Damascus's denials and attempts to place the blame on terrorist groups. This division is reportedly involved in the most intimate dealings within the industry, including the production of the drug and its transportation towards the ports of Latakia and Tartus. Production laboratories are said to be located across the country, from Damascus region to the provinces of Asweda and Al-Darra in the south.
When we receive the drugs from the regime, it's already packaged. The 4th Division packs it in boxes, and we look after the distribution. We don't change anything.
The price of one tablet of Captagon ranges between $1 and $25. Shipments pour through Syria's porous border with Lebanon every day, with 400 million tablets seized in the region in 2021. The rest continues to flood into countries all over the region, as this Lebanese fixer in the Bekaa Valley explains.
They're shipped in a certain quantity, 100 boxes, for example. 100 boxes will bring in $180 million. The Saudi market is the most important. We used to go from here to Dubai, or from Syria to Jordan, and then to Saudi Arabia, or from Africa to Saudi Arabia. Everything ends up there. It's very much in demand.
Syria has become the source of 80% of the global Captagon market. The network behind it is an eclectic grouping of drug barons, businessmen, and Bedouin tribesmen, as well as the Assad regime, rebel movements, and organizations like Hezbollah. All of these wide-ranging interests seem to have come together in order to profit from this all-too-successful illicit enterprise.
In the context of the civil war in Syria, as elsewhere, there is a so-called fertile ground for drug or arms trafficking. Many groups are involved in this trafficking simply because there is a financing problem. Sworn enemies can still find useful convergence when it comes to financial interests. There is a certain amount of illicit trade that can take place because it's in everyone's interest at a given moment to bring that money in. However, this does not constitute a friendship or even an alliance.
With an economy paralyzed by a decade of war and international sanctions, Syria has ended up a true narco-state.
The trafficking will never stop. It will always continue.
With the current social and political instability in the country, the illicit Captagon industry looks to be here to stay.